What's up, everybody? Welcome back and happy Thursday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. And they're still there for you in the description to this video, so go ahead and check out their Facebook pages. Today we have wave 3 of storms taking over in the south. It's more stuff moving through, and there's going to be a scattered hail, not hail today, scattered wind and tornado threat today. I've just been in all 3 mode for the past couple of days. And then we've got floods as well moving in. So we're going to cover all that and then getting into next, I guess, the end of this week's forecast and beginning of next. Another wave is going to move through, and unfortunately the south is under fire yet again for more severe storms starting on Saturday. So lots of stuff to cover today, but before we do, Raising Hail Tour 2024 is happening in February, guys. We're close. We're at the end of January here, so make sure to go ahead and get your tickets. You guys can find those on the Facebook events page, and the first 50 to get tickets get $10 off. So good deal there. Discount code is 10RHT2024. And if you're looking for more info on this event, Derek, our CEO, is going to give his seasonal hail forecast across the nation. So when your hail season is starting, how active it's going to be, how active it is across the nation as a whole, and then just more on your regional stuff too. So get out to the Raising Hail Tour 2024, guys. I got some free t-shirts, some giveaways. Should be a great time. So back into our forecast stuff. Last 24 hours, again, just from every single wave of storms that has been tracking through the south, we've had a ton of rainfall, over 2 inches in the past 24 hours. And mind you, before that, there was additional rainfall happening in Louisiana, in Mississippi, in Alabama. Lots of folks seeing multiple inches of rainfall from yesterday into today. And unfortunately, if you're on the west side of that system, this will be the last one for a little bit here. This whole line is going to track off to the east. In the pink here, we had a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect for today into 4 p.m. Central Time. And that is for some scattered wind gusts up to 65 miles an hour and a couple of possible tornadoes. And that's going to be for parts of eastern Mississippi and western Alabama with this line as it moves out that way. The rest of the nation, pretty quiet. Got some rain up north of this whole system. But that's pretty much the story for right now, is those storms happening down in the Gulf states, just from this low pressure system moving through, dropping those temperatures out behind it to the upper 30s and low 40s in the Central Plains, but we're still nice and warm out east. So we could continue to see storms resurge ahead of that line into this afternoon. So dew points wise, it's looking good too. 60s and 70s in temperatures, and 60s and 70s for our dew points as well. Gulf Shore sitting at 72, Tampa sitting at 68. So nice and humid, and again, that humid air likes to rise. And so getting a little bit of turbulence out ahead of that line and helping us sustain that storm threat that we've been seeing for the past 48 hours. So by around 2 p.m., that line should be moving into the center of that severe thunderstorm watch area. And we've got, some intensification expected on it. Now, any rotating storms will have the potential to produce tornadoes as well as high winds. So we got to be on the lookout for that today in that region. By 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, still got that whole mess of storms tracking through Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia. Some heavier than others, but if you guys have your evening commute that you're trying to plan out, just know that you might be driving through some heavy rain and possible severe weather as that line continues to break apart into this afternoon and evening. So then by tomorrow, we should have some more rain tracking up through the Gulf, but not quite as intense as the waves we've been seeing recently. So for today's severe threat, still got that risk on the table. The main factors are going to be wind and tornadoes as well as flooding. Additionally, from the past few days, seen a ton of flash flood warnings being issued over the past 48 hours and continuing into today. So just be ready for some tricky travel conditions, some high waters if you guys are in any low-lying areas. And then we still have that threat for wind and tornadoes in the most severe parts of that line. So for today's wind forecast, again, gusts up to 60, 65 miles an hour, and it's going to be scattered and intermittent. So anywhere from the Gulf Coast all the way up into the Tennessee Valley could see impacts from that. Birmingham, you're in it, Montgomery, Mobile, New Orleans. The line just moved east of Jackson. You guys are all going to be in that risk area for high winds. And then tornadoes, not extending quite as far north as our wind risk today, but if you guys are anywhere from Birmingham down south, Still got that chance to see some storms get rotating a little bit, possibly drop a couple of tornadoes into this afternoon and evening. Then tomorrow, again, there goes that line. Not seeing a whole lot of heavy rain like we've been seeing through the south, but we do have some storms now moving through the Central Plains. Not anything severe expected off of these, but again, could make your 5 p.m. commute a little bit difficult as you're navigating through that. It gives us some rain along the Red River region, and then as well as the southern Mississippi Valley into Saturday, when we'll see this system track east and potentially produce more severe weather. So there it goes. This is that next system coming through on Friday into Saturday. Got that nice little low moving through the southern Mississippi Valley by noon, and out ahead of it, we do have some maximized winds in our upper jet stream, which just means more turbulence, more instability for those storms to form. All of that should track off to the east towards the Atlantic coast by Sunday, and then, you know, storms should be a little bit quieter once you get to the west of that system. So there it goes. There's that low pressure system by Saturday at noon. Still nice and warm along the Gulf, mid-70s down in Tallahassee and in Jacksonville. Still mid-60s if you guys are up in Birmingham. But, you know, now we're dropping down into the upper 30s out behind that cold front from this next low pressure system. So we do have a decent temperature differential that we're expecting with this wave of storms. So could potentially produce a little bit more spunk out of the system, I guess. Through the southern plains. So there it is by Saturday afternoon. Low-res models still showing some areas of heavier thunderstorms possible. And, you know, we'll have to wait. I always like to put that disclaimer on there. We got to wait a little bit until we get closer to give you the specifics. But right now, with this current setup, we're expecting all severe risks possible right now, hail, wind, and tornadoes on Saturday from pretty much far eastern Louisiana, like the New Orleans area, all the way into Atlanta. So if you guys are in the south, now's the time to start paying attention. Got lots of waves of storms that have been tracking through and are expected to continue tracking through into this weekend. And your season tends to start a little bit earlier. You got that Gulf moisture and heat heading up into that area, so it's a little easier to get those storms this time of year. But don't forget that hail forecast, guys. Derek will have more information on the rest of the nation and when your hail season is expected to start. So if you guys want any info or future forecasts, you can go ahead and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video, and smash that subscribe button everywhere else. And then if you are interested in purchasing a plan, scan the QR code up above me or click the link in the description to this video and we can get you signed up. Or give us a call at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.